Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Quest V. Last episode, Bean, Bianca, and their elf friend Bella went to the dwarf cave to the west of the fairy village, and they learned the secret of the key. With that secret, they can now open the entrance to the Ice Mansion. The Ice Mansion is where the Flute of Spring was taken. Without this flute, well, Spring can't be brought into the human world. That's why all the people in Santa Rosa were mentioning that it's cold and they're worried about the harvest. So we have to find this flute, and apparently it was taken there by a dwarf who felt that his grandfather was exiled from the fairy village, but we learned that wasn't really true. So the dwarf, the grandfather, said, hey, go talk with my grandson and tell him that Lady Poen, the leader of the fairies, wasn't at fault. So here we are in the Ice Mansion. Every time we take a step, we slide a few steps in that direction, so it's kind of a puzzle getting around this manor, but it's not too bad. It ain't too complicated. So, new enemy here, the spiked hair. Use our fireball spell and the boomerang. Take care of these guys pretty easily. I want to, Bella's magic's going to be very, very important in this area. We have a 2 boss battle to go. And we don't want to use too much of her magic or fireballs, but when we have a large group of enemies like that, 4 or 5, then we'll probably want to use the fireball just to save on hit points. Just gonna head down to the basement here. Another new enemy here, the Kapala Naga. Otherwise, not too much special about them. The spiked hairs are probably more deadly. They can take a breath, and then basically it's like they do extra damage when they hit you next time. So, but sometimes we outspeed them, so if they take a breath, it's basically a free turn for us, as long as we outspeed them and we're able to defeat them before they use that increased attack. I'm gonna head down here. Have a little sliding puzzle here. You move around and get all these treasure chests. But what's it called? So one of them is empty. So yeah, we have a final new enemy in this area, the Drakima. It's weird to see them so early in the game because in Dragon Warrior 1, they were the strongest Drakey type monster. You didn't run into them until maybe like level 12, 13 when you're in the Grave in Garanham looking for the Silver Harp. So they were kind of like a mid-game monster in that game. So it's weird to see them so early in the game here, but over here, we got an empty chest, but we want to open everything up for like the 100%. We did miss a chest on the outside, but you don't really know that chest is there until, but you'll see that the chest is there when we go up to the next floor. Now we're on the roof of the building now. And I'm going to see there's a chest off to the left. There it is. You could get that right as soon as you enter this area. You don't even need the key, the secret of the keys to get that chest. You just have to walk around the outside there, and you'll get it. But we'll get it on the way out. So, who are you? Poen must have sent you to get your precious flute back. But Poen is the villain that banished my grandfather from the village. If you want the flute back, you better be prepared to fight for it. So this guy's not hard at all, Zaile. The most annoying thing he can do is he can cast Rob Magic. And you definitely hope that he doesn't cast Rob Magic on Bella, because we're going to need Bella's magic for healing and the decrease spell, both against Zaile and against the Snow Queen after this fight. Too bad, he does drop magic water, so it's not bad if he uses the Rob Magic on Bean, because you can use the magic water then to restore Bean's magic points. But you can't use the magic water on Bella. She's like not a real party member. So yeah, it really stinks if he attacks Bella, because you're going to see we're going to need pretty much all of Bella's MP for the Snow Queen battle. Where do we get the magic water? In the remake, Zaile apparently can join your party later on. And this is where Zaile learns the truth that really wasn't this Queen Poen who exiled the dwarf, Zaile's grandfather, but he was basically lied to by the Snow Queen. And being the Snow Queen, of course, she doesn't want spring to appear. So she wants that winter. So we're gonna heal Bella up here. I'm trying to make sure that she has hit, which we don't want her to fall. Because we want her to use that 2 decreases to reduce the Snow Queen's defense. Once Bella's has got the decreased hit on the Snow Queen twice, then she's basically just going to go into healing mode. You would think the Snow Queen would probably be weak to Fireball, and you could use Fireballs on her, but Bella's magic points are better spent on healing. And unfortunately we got very unlucky there twice. The decrease didn't work on the Snow Queen. But once we get it done twice, then we're good to go. And now Bella can go strictly onto healing duty. Occasionally you may need Borongo to heal with an herb, or a bean to heal with either heal spell. Bean you can let fall pretty low on hit points, because if you're at the level that I'm at, level 11, Bean has learned Heal More spell. So Bean can pretty much heal himself basically from say 20 hit points all the way up to max with that Heal More spell. So, but Bella, if she takes any damage, we're gonna make sure that she heals up, because as you can see, the Snow Queen can hit for about 30 some. So if Bella's underneath 30 hit points, we're gonna make sure that she's alive, because like I said, she's gonna be our main healer. This is the worst attack. It doesn't do the most damage to a single target, that Icy Breath, but it hits everybody, so it does the most damage overall. As you can see, I'm pretty much just using Bella to heal. Now, unfortunately, Bella's run out of MP. If those other ones would have hit, those decreases would have hit, she would have had a little bit more MP to use. But, like I say, we can keep Bean. Bean can take quite a few hits, so I'm not going to heal him up right away. And if Bella, once she runs out of MP, just have her attack. And you don't have to worry about healing her, because if she gets knocked out during this battle, she doesn't gain experience anyway, so you want to keep her alive as long as possible to heal everyone up. And we managed to vanquish the Snow Queen. And she opens the chest, and we get a Wing of the Wyvern. What? The Snow Queen is actually an evil monster? It seems like I was completely tricked. Oh crap, my grandpa's gonna kill me. I gotta get home. So now he's gonna go back to the cave where his grandfather is. Gonna make some room out of my inventory here. Yeah, see, we can use the magic water, but unfortunately it's not going to... We can't use it on Bella. She's the one who we'd really like to heal up, because we don't have to go back to the Dwarf Cave, but I'm going to go back to the Dwarf Cave just to talk with Zaile there. And get some dialogue, but it's not necessary. So unfortunately we gotta take the long way around here. We can still get into encounters here, even though we defeated the Snow Queen. Her minions still live in the castle. So, but as you saw, there's not many minions in here, and the ones that you do have are pretty, easy to defeat. So we're just gonna go backwards there because we moved. It moves like 4 times, 4 spaces when you slide. So if we just go to the right there, if we would have went to the left immediately, we would have fell in the hole. But if we go right first and then left, then we have the perfect spacing to get out of here. Now we just go back. We're gonna get this intelligence seed back here, and like all seeds, I will off-screen between saves, save scum it so that I get the max amount of intelligence points. Seeds that increase the stat, like strength, agility, intelligence, they all go by 1 to 3. Defense automatically gives you 4, and then the hit point, acorns of life, and the seeds of magic, they go from 4 to 6. So like I said, this is totally optional. I'm just heading over to the dwarf cave here real quick, just to talk to Zaile and his grandfather and let them know that everything's a-okay. Well, I mean, they know it's a-okay because he's back. But Zaile has learned, like I said, the error of his ways. And like I said, in the remake, he apparently can become a party member in the final generation. So yeah, we will be back later on into the fairy world, but not for a long time. And Zaile mentions that we were tough. And now we're just going to head back. We're going to use a lot of those Wing of the Wyverns because we got to make room in our inventory. Yeah, it's sad we don't get in the next Dragon Quest 6, you have a bag that you can put a whole bunch of extra inventory in. In this game, later on, well, there'll be a town that'll have an item depository, sort of like how Dragon Quest 3 and 4 had. But we won't have access to them until the second generation, so... Retrieve the Flute Flush, wow! You're a hero, being Snow Queen was the puppet master behind all of this. Yes, she was. Someone sought to freeze overworld, did they? I hope that isn't the calm before the storm. Well, unfortunately, yeah, the Snow Queen's meddling is just the start. This guy's gonna give us a little bit more about the overall battle of the game, the Demon World. We'll learn more about the Demon World later on, but that's where the big bad of the entire game is from. The Demon World. So yeah, that guy gave that ominous warning. I hope this isn't the calm before the storm. Well, it is the calm before the storm, because we're gonna learn that someone in the Demon World is causing mischief. All these excess wolves, all the bad things, they spill into the human world. So the fairy world here, the bad thing happening in it, it's gonna spread into the human world. But we took care of that. We haven't taken care of the demon world thing yet, but that'll be much, much later. That's much too daunting a task for just a little kid like Bean to take care of. I'll have to wait till Bean grows up a little bit. Let's talk with the remainder of the fairies here, just get their little dialogue. You're the Saber Nation, thank you so much. You brought back the food for us, didn't you? I guess sometimes even humans can be handy. Elves. The elf was in Dragon Quest 4, the Rosa Necrosaro. They mistreated her. She was the elf who cried tears that turned into rubies, but they instantly dissolved after, well, not instantly, but they dissolved shortly after. So people would beat her up to get her to cry, but the rubies didn't matter. They thought they'd get rich quick scheme, but didn't work out. All it did was turn Necrosaro evil. You can go watch my playthrough of that game if you want. Good old Cosmo. We're gonna have some Cosmo. We're gonna talk about him again later on in this game. Yeah, Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6 are all sort of like a trilogy, sort of how 1, 2, and 3 were. They're not as closely related trilogy as 1, 2, and 3 were, but this 4, 5, and 6 are the Zenithian trilogy, because they all deal with the Zenithian castle, the castle in the sky where the Master Dragon lives. But that's going to be much, much later. We'll learn about that. For now, we're just heading back to Santa Rosa. And we're going to find out that, well, Papas is on business. Young master, where have you been? Your father was summoned by the throne of Reinhardt and just left but a few moments ago. You wanted to take you along with him, but you were nowhere to be found. The call is urgent, and you have no choice but to leave without you, young master. But if you leave now, you may be able to catch on with him. Go on now, hurry. Well, before we go try to find Papas, we're going to talk with some people here and see how Adventure in Fairyland has helped them out. I'm all going to mention that it's a worm. And if you want to do that trick to get the instant critical hits and have an enemy automatically join you, this is where you're going to have to buy the Cypress Stick if you accidentally dropped it like I did, and the Sharpened Bone. because after this we won't be able to buy stuff here in Santa Rosa anymore. So we want to make sure that we grab that stuff, and the other items we'll be able to get about 2/3 of the way through Generation 2. So that's as soon as we can start but if you don't get the cypress stick and the sharpened bone here now, you won't be able to get them almost until the end of the game. So you won't be able to kind of use that trick. So if you want that trick to as early as possible, you want to make sure you leave here with the sharpened bone and the cypress stick. So we're just going to talk with a bunch of people here, and we're going to learn that even though Sanchez and Papos left, he's still here. He's actually inside the church. We're going to save our game, but before we do that, we're going to, like I said, talk with all the people here. So these people letting us know that Reinhardt is off to the east. We saw that when we were with Bianca. There was that checkpoint that guard was like, to the east here lies Reinhardt, but you can't come through yet. But now that Pappas has been summoned on urgent business to Reinhardt, we'll be able to get through that checkpoint. And this old man, he was blamed about eating all the food. Well, he said, well, if you're going to keep blaming me for eating all the food, I'm actually going to go and do it this time. So. And speaking of food, this guy's happy that now it's spring again, and so we'll have a good harvest. No one's messing around with the innkeeper anymore because, Bella helped us out. Well, of course, he's able to find his cup, but I don't think the thing that Pappas needs to find will be that easy. What's he looking for? He's trying to find the legendary hero. That's going to be very important. Maybe we're the legendary hero? I don't know. We'll find out. This guy says the same thing. Apparently there was a king named Pappas once, but he doesn't think that was our father. Well, we'll learn more about who Pappas, our father, really was, and we'll learn more about that legendary hero, but that's much, much later. For now, let's go talk to Pappas in our church, our dad in the church, and learn more about his little adventure that he has coming up. Calling him Pappas like that, the king of Reinhardt must think himself better than us all. If you had a favor to ask Pappas, you should have come and asked personally. Priestess just praying for... Bean, where have you been? I've been looking all over you. No use yelling over it. I was just offering a prayer to God before I set out. You should pray as well, son. I'll be waiting at the entrance to the village. So we should do what our father tells us to. Remember, listen to your parents. And we will save our game. And then, that way at the beginning of next episode, we can go visit Pappas at the entrance to the village. And we can head over to Reinhardt to see what the king needs us over there. All we know is apparently there's some trouble with the line of succession, so we'll see why Pops is being called over there next episode. So take care, have a good day, thanks for following along, and hope to see you in the next episode. Bye!